Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Katie and welcome to another bookish adventure. I'm going to be doing the About Me book tag, and this tag I actually found years ago, but I now can no longer find where I found it. All I know is that I can't find the original video, but I remember I didn't see it on the original creator's channel, I saw it on someone else's, and it was only because I've recently seen this tag pop back up again recently that I thought, this seems weirdly familiar. So I started Booktube so long ago. I never did a Booktube newbie tag, and then I sort of left, came back, and I never did one then. Did think about doing it, but I never did. So in the end, I kind of just forgot about it and it kind of fell to the wayside. But I kind of thought, you know what, I'm back. I'm not starting again, but I'm back, and since coming back I've gained some new subscribers. Hello, welcome, thank you for joining me. And I just thought I would do one because it kind of made perfect sense, really. So question one is, what do you study or what is your job? So I mean, I don't know if you can tell by my haggard face, I'm out of education, well out of education. I'm in full-time work and I work in retail, which is super fun, let's say that. Retail is very challenging anyway. COVID has made it 10 times more stressful. It is a crazy place to work in. If you, regardless of your job, if you were surrounded or at least work with a portion of good people, it really makes a difference. I have to say, when it's been really hard, having my little team has helped so much. I mean, we've had days where we've cried and it has been difficult, but yeah, having those people definitely makes it worthwhile. I mean, if you can avoid retail at all costs, please do. However, I also do think, a bit like conscription back in the old days when they used to conscript people for the war, I do believe that everyone should do a stint in retail because people don't know basic things. It's just, oh god, I feel like I need to set up a video on why I hate retail. Question two is, what is your favorite social media channel? I would probably say Instagram. I think I use it the most, definitely. I have a personal account and I have my Bookstagram. So yeah, it is one that I either am actively posting on, at least for Bookstagram, but I'm also actively on, probably would say YouTube would be next. I definitely do tend to watch more beauty videos on YouTube just because I just enjoy watching that is just something I really do love. And I'd say Tumblr. I remember years ago I did used to just spend hours, easily hours, just scrolling on Tumblr, but I feel like Tumblr has changed so much from when I started using it. In fact, I had an email the other day from Tumblr telling me that my account is 9 years old, so that made me feel old. The next question is, if you had another channel, what would it be about? So back in the day when YouTube was not what it is now, I originally did film reviews, and that was great because I used to live in the cinema and it was wonderful and I had so much fun doing that and I loved it. I really did. I don't watch as many films now, which makes me sad. I also branched out into like TV shows and what I was watching and did sort of episode recap. Then I did Booktube, and then I don't know what happened, but I decided to merge Booktube with kind of like the other side of things that I love. So it was kind of like a mixture of it was more like a personal lifestyle type thing, but including books. So makeup hauls, clothing hauls, candle hauls, because your girl loves a good candle. I can't remember if it was after working at Yankee Candle, I think it might have been. So yeah, I actually did have another whole account that was different. So yeah, that was what it was. I don't think now I would do one though. I don't really have, like, I don't cook, I don't do any other thing like that. So yeah. Number 4 is, do you play an instrument? I don't, and I wish I did. I wish I played either the piano or the guitar. I do remember years ago being around someone's house and playing the piano. Was it her au pair? I think I remember her au pair sat with me, like playing it with me, but yeah, I have never actively. Number 5 is, do you have any hobbies other than reading? I don't think I do, unless you can count watching TV and or eating as a hobby. I do like to socialize. I guess that's a hobby. I feel like because I don't socialize like a lot, I'm not like a crazy social butterfly. To me, socializing kind of is a hobby, but I enjoy like singing and dancing. Like when I'm around the house on my own, I will have the music playing if I'm doing like the washing up and chores and stuff. And the same with like exercising. When I walk to work, I always have music going. I don't tend to listen to audiobooks. I tend to listen to music more because it is my favorite thing. I love to go out. I say I love to go out dancing. Like I would never go clubbing ever again. But if it is someone's birthday or anniversary, it's like that big cheesy wedding disco type thing. Like I am on the floor, you cannot drag me off. So I say that, but yeah, nothing like professional. I think the only hobby related thing I've ever done was when I was in high school. I was in a choir. I can sing, like I'm not amazing or anything. sing, but I can carry a tune. Number 6 is favourite TV shows. Honestly, I will be here forever if I start talking TV shows, because I feel like I have lots of sub-genres. Like, I watch a lot of different stuff. I watch a lot of fantasy, a lot of sci-fi, a lot of murder for sure. Like, I love Criminal Minds, I love Midsummer Murders. There is something wrong with me. Like, they're the top things that I'm listening. There haven't been many series. I don't think there have really been series that I've gone back and re-watched. Like, I love Game of Thrones, but I haven't re-watched it yet. I mean, that's going to be like a while, because a lot of that was crying, so you know, don't want to relive that. And it's like the same with Criminal Minds. I've only ever watched it the once, but it is hands down like easily a favourite. I just loved it. I got attached to people. So yeah, I feel like I need to give you a better insight into what I watch, like to give you like a balance, because so far all you have is murder. What am I watching right now? Whilst I was off, I watched some Smallville. I also watched Penny Dreadful Cities of Angels. In fact, the original series Penny Dreadfuls, it was amazing. That was so good. So yeah, I like a real kind of scope. Like, I watched Glee, I watched Once Upon a Time. I really need to finish Once Upon a Time. That's been sat on the list forever. I started the Shadowhunters, haven't finished it. Need to watch Shadow and Bone. So yeah, I like a broad spectrum of things. Oh, Empire. Empire's really good. Amazing. Just drama and music, so good. Number 7 is what got you into reading. I remember reading at school quite a lot. Do you know what I think really helped librarians in school? I remember reading as a kid this book, which was Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but it was like a jazz kind of inspired thing, so they were 7 jazz musicians instead of 7 dwarfs. That was cool. That book was really cool. It was very art deco looking. I'd say yeah, maybe my librarians definitely helped, especially in high school. I remember my librarian suggesting books for me to read, but to be honest, I think I fell into it on my own because I fell in and out of it. I remember the only real reason I consistently read was because a Harry Potter book was coming out every year, or however many years in between, and I remember kind of getting to the last few was around high school time. It was the sort of end between college. I remember thinking, am I going to keep going with this? And I was never sure, and I think I just happened to pick up some books, complete fluke really. We went into Waterstones, and yeah, I think it was a kind of real accident. I don't know how much I would have kept going otherwise. What are your favourite and least favourite genres? So I mean, I feel like Yard just needs to be its own genre, but I read a lot of sci-fi. I think that's quite obvious. I do like the classics. I am trying to broaden my horizons, but I want to reread the ones that I read way back when, like originally, before I start tackling some new ones. I don't tend to go towards sci-fi. I tend to watch sci-fi more. Least favourite, I don't do contemporary, and I don't do horror, and I don't do flat out romance. Like, I like romance within my story, but I wouldn't pick up a romance novel. Number 9 is what books defined your childhood. I remember a few. There was definitely one I loved, and I don't know what happened to it. I think it must have been given to like my dad's friends who had children. I had a tiger book which I remember pulling out, and it really used to make me laugh. There is a book called Mimi and the Blackberry Pies, and my mum tracked down this book a couple of birthdays ago. It was mine and her favourite book, and it was about this mouse called Mimi trying to make blackberry pies for her siblings, and they all wear like big like spotty and pattern bloomers, and they all eat the blackberries, so she has to go out and pick more before she can make the pies. It was just, I loved it as a kid. They also had a book that was full of different short stories, and one of them I've now discovered was an actual series, but I never knew that at the time, which was the Jam Pandas. They all had their own favourite jams, like, as I remember them wearing like gingham in the colour of the jam that they like, and would have like a little fruit bit like in the middle, so like a little like blackberry or a strawberry and stuff, and or an apricot, and I really loved that. That was such a favourite book of mine. I did have a Beatrice Potter set as well. Again, I feel like these books like got donated to people. And then the other book, I would say The Enchanted Wood by Enid Blyton. That was a book, apparently, never knew this, we picked that book up in Malta. Had no idea. We were on a holiday once when I was a kid. I was like 6 or 7, and we picked that book up on holiday. I read that book, I don't know how many times, but I never finished it. And one day I just decided I need to just do this. So I managed to track down the same, like, it's not the same copy obviously, I wish it was, but I managed to find the same style edition because I really wanted that cover. Like, it was so vivid in my mind what it looked like, and I loved it. It was just my first little like hardback other than like the Ladybird Disney hardback, and I finally finished that goddamn book. Number 10 is tell us an interesting fact about you. I honestly don't think they have any interesting facts. I'm like the least boring person. I've never done anything amazing. I can never be like, oh, when I was like 6 I used to do this. I've never broken bones, although I have a dent in my forehead, and I have also a weird triangle scar thing that no one seems to know where it came from, but has disappeared. It comes back every so often and then it goes away again. But yeah, I'm 5 foot maybe 1, I don't know, close to 5'1". I'm a Pisces. I have no pets, desperate for a dog, so Gavin, that's gonna happen. I don't think I have like any defining things. I wish I did. I wish I could be like, oh, I have this fun fact, or I have this party trick, but I really don't. I am just your average person. But yeah, I have no interesting fact. If I suddenly think of something, I can just think of random facts about myself. Literally, I'm like, is there anything else? For the majority of my life, I say the majority, for like a good like, okay, actually only like 10 years to the life. For a good portion of my life, I only had straight hair. Yeah, I never had natural hair. I had natural hair, obviously I had natural hair, but growing up it was always in plaits, braids, and then I discovered straighteners when I was in high school, and then for years my hair was only ever straight. So many years. I mean, the fact that I had damage, don't get me wrong, because I also used to dye my hair as well. I used to like dip dye, but the fact that I never had like full-on breaking heat damage hair, well done hair, you were resilient. I will say that, because I do not know how my hair survived quite possibly 10 years plus of straightening. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below and answer some of the questions yourself, and yes, tell me, do you have any interesting or fun facts about you, because I got zero. If you enjoyed this video and you want to like it, then hit that button, and if you want to subscribe, do that too. I will see you next week. Have a good one.